Hello, everyone. This is Nozehed here, and I'd like to welcome you to the 10th FORTS tournament. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into our Discord here and chat with our friend Incursus. Hi, Incursus. How you doing, man?
Hey, Nozehed. Welcome.
Thank you, sir. And welcome to you.
Two competitors, just Hoodie Raccoon and King Banana.
That's right.
This one was 22nd on Discord, but it looks like it's 21st here in game.
Yes, it's King Banana versus Hoodie Raccoon. Let the games begin.
All right, we have the first match underway.
We had a full bracket leading up to this, but not everybody showed up in the end, so had a few last-minute check-ins.
Well, at least we had a few people to fill in the holes.
Yeah, that's right.
Looks like player 2 over here hasn't placed anything. Okay, player
there
2,
we go.
After about 20 seconds, did place down his first technology structure, and is now moving down toward the other resource points. Player 1 over here. I neglected to look at which team was who.
Oh, right. I forgot to look at that too. We have to get
player 1 over here going for the economy route.
Hmm.
And let's see.
Oh, I know.
How this develops.
So
player
team one
definitely
is Hoodie Raccoon. Team 2 is King Banana.
Did I say in the logs?
If you push F8, you can see.
I forget about that sometimes.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, team 1 is Hoodie Raccoon. Team 2 is King Banana. So team 2, King Banana, has just finished his technology structure and is still working on building up his economy. Yeah, it's just building more and more economy, whereas team 1 has already built his economy and is about halfway through building his tech structure. To get some higher end weapons here. Continuing to reinforce. Both players seem content to simply sit back and design their bases to take more hits. It's always a safe thing to do.
It is. I find when I'm playing, like, I go straight for the resources. It's interesting when people go the tech structure straight away, because it feels like once you do that, you're kind of stuck. I suppose it gets you access to some more powerful weapons sooner, but then you don't have the resources to support them, do you?
That's true. So a lot of the rush tactics go for that.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I see what's going on. I've had a little problem with my stream. Apparently people are complaining about it, but not everyone saw it. I see what it is. It is my restream causing problems. Let me just go like that. Hide that. There we go. It's something I can't really see, but I assume that's what it is. So that should be nice and clean for you guys to watch. Alright, we finally have some weapons out of Hoodie. Going early game aggression. He's got some gunners, got some snipers. He's got a couple mortars going down. Team 2 over here, King Banana, doesn't have any defenses available for himself yet. He does have a sniper sitting behind a door that hasn't been used yet. Maybe he'll use it now? Because all of Hoodie's weapons are very open and clean, straight up exposed to the world. King Banana could retaliate and just blow everything away. You know, one sniper bullet at a time. Hoodie's mortars not hitting their mark. Those definitely need to be re-aimed. And King just retaliating by building one machine gunner that's clearing the skies by itself. It doesn't even have that high of an angle, that clear of a point of view. And it's still managing to clear the skies, which is kind of impressive. Not gonna lie, that's very impressive. And King Banana is still going for more technology and building up even further and further. He's gone with both basic technology routes, both the armory and the workshop, which is not something you usually see. And now he's also going for the upgrade center, which is definitely not something you usually see in combination with those two. And hasn't used any of the tick structures. He's gotten all of them, but hasn't actually used any of them. He's just putting down what I assume is going to be a flak. Unfortunately, it just got hit by a mortar. It's going to survive this time, but now Hoodie's gotten up to 3 mortars, none of which hit the flak this time. Yes, it is indeed a flak. He's got to have one more volley of the mortars before that flak comes online. If those don't hit it, oh, that flak is going to be online, which means those mortars are going to be taking some fairly significant damage coming in. Let's see, can the first shot do it? First shot completely clears the skies of all the mortars, which is kind of a surprise, really.
Yeah, they can be a bit hit and
He
miss.
only grabs some of them.
In the recent update,
that flak shot getting none of the mortars out of the sky and taking a direct hit from all 3. The flak is down.
He's gone.
There is no more anti-air.
Latest update, we've improved the accuracy of the machine gunners.
And we can really feel it. Let's see, King Banana going for more sniper shenanigans. Hoodie retaliating, but there's not a whole lot of damage coming out on either side. King Banana is getting some of the heavier weapons out.
He's on fire, too.
Well, he's getting some of the EMPs out, which are a bit heavier in damage than a lot of the other weapons available at this stage in technology. King Banana is burning down slowly, losing access to 2 of his mines. More flak coming down. Hoodie hopping on the sniper to try to get rid of them. Takes one of them with him. Is he gonna get the other one? Oh, he might just be able to knock it over the top, but it hits the fan instead. What do you call them fans? They're turbines. They look like fans. Wind turbines. More turbines being used to protect the flak. It seems like it's going to be enough, but it's also going to stop the flak from shooting down those mortars, or at least most of the mortars. As I say that, I can immediately eat my own words.
Yeah, the commentator's curse, I think they call that.
Alright, it looks like King managing to reclaim his 2 long-lost mines. Hoodie lowering the trajectory of his mortars. The flat cannon not even able to fire at them. They're splashing not quite harmlessly across the front, but where they are splashing across is lined with metal, meaning these incendiary mortars are not going to be doing much damage, because metal does not burn. Surprise, surprise.
I would like to see Hoodie upgrade those mortars.
Oh, but Hoodie is shocking off. We have explosive barrels appearing in King Banana's base. Those can always throw a wrench into anything, as they can, at any point in time, just bring down an entire base all on their own. That puts King Banana here on a pretty hefty clock. A clock that accelerates the more damage is dealt. Let's see how this throws a wrench in things.
Also, I think he can have a 4th. Hoodie could have a 4th mortar, couldn't he?
Absolutely. He's only built 3, and for the amount of use he's got out of them, he's probably going to want to change, or at least upgrade him before building a 4th.
Yep.
King Banana taking hit after hit, but not taking any appreciable damage, losing some exposed weapons every so often, losing weapons through doors, but Hoodie not actually able to deal lethal damage. King still building himself up. Uses his heavy sniper to shoot through some more doors, and firing another volley of rockets. He's got plenty of machine guns to take care of most of it, but that splash damage actually hit his core, meaning in 6 minutes and 40 seconds, if this game is not resolved,
That's right.
then Hoodie will not be the victor.
That's right.
I'm not send that unless convoluted way. Hoodie again trying to snipe over the top of those turbines to take out the flak. Unfortunately for Hoodie, the flak hasn't really been doing much. Oh, another
right
hit
in there.
splash. Hitting Hoodie's core again and removing his energy production. Hoodie building an energy shield. Energy shields not known for their effectiveness versus rockets.
Yeah. That was a panic decision, I think.
That flak on the other side of the turbines actually doing some damage. All of the mortars. Another volley of rockets coming in. very much so destabilizing Hoodie's base. Looks like Hoodie's on the back foot here. Incendiary mortars still not doing damage to metal. But they are burning down King's base. Slowly, very slowly. Taking out one piece of background base. Hoodie's machine gun is clearing most of the rockets out of the sky. King Banana firing consistently now. At Flak, still taking out some of those mortars. Another hit. Takes out a machine gunner. There's been just low damage on both sides, every time.
Yeah, and there's 5 minutes to go. Oh.
At this rate. Another hit splashes, it's just splashing on the outside of Hoodie's base and doing just a little bit of damage to the core.
Yep.
But it's gonna be enough at the end of the 5 minute. At this rate, he might actually blow up the core if he keeps up these hits.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Two machine gunners completely clearing the sky of 4 rockets. Ooh, King Banana's sniper finally getting some good use. Taking out some machine gunners, leaving the world wide open for the rockets to turn through. Ooh. King Banana aiming for those mortars. That's an AP sniper. The mortars are protected by 1 piece of metal and 1 piece of wood. That is not enough to defend against an AP sniper. King Banana fires again up there. He could take out those mortars one by one. AP sniper going right through the energy shield, hitting the wind turbine. Unfortunately, wind turbines are not particularly vulnerable to sniper fire. They just have way too much HP.
Too much, eh?
Oh, no. They don't need to say those words. Looks like Hoodie replacing lost machine guns. They're not expensive, though they do slowly add up. Fortunately, this match has been on long enough that the price of machine gunners is minimal in comparison to everything else that's gone around. But he's still using the incendiary mortars.
Yeah, still only 3 of them.
Aiming for King Banana's energy production.
What's King making? Another rocket?
It looks like it. King will definitely not have the energy production to keep sustained fire with all 3. Especially not losing all of his energy production to mortars, which is still a thing that's happening. King Banana going up to 2 rockets. 1 rocket barely making it through the sky. Indeed, it looks like King was either unable or unwilling to fire his last EMP there. Oh, that's what he was doing. He was saving his energy and metal for munitions plants. Munitions plants, the final piece of technology required to build cannons.
All right, that's interesting. Might be a bit late for that. Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
That fort is looking a little bit...
weight.
Yeah. It's a wee bit shaky.
Raccoon's base is succumbing to repeated fire, losing stability and breaking. Its foundations are breaking.
It is.
He's trying to save it. He's using rope to try to pull it back, but it's coming real close. One more piece breaks and he's going down.
Yeah, maybe he should replace that with some metal and some cross bracing would help.
That would. There's a lot of things he can do here. He's done a few of them. It's not enough to keep his base entirely out of the blinking red. Looks like King adding on 3 more turbines, hoping to solve his energy crisis.
Oh, that was a good snipe.
That was a very good snipe. He probably meant to shoot at the launcher and managed to hit the rocket.
Yeah.
More mortars landing on top of King Banana's energy production. Ooh, 3 rockets coming in.
1 minute left.
missiles being completely shut down out of the sky. Another barrel appearing in King Banana's base. Not at any critical points, nor is it detonating itself. And King Banana will likely be safe from this barrel. At a mere 1,000 energy, barrel will go away.
Yeah, I think Hoodie is going to lose this one on reactor damage.
Yes.
Oh.
So, unless Hoodie can change something real quick, just the splash damage will add up to be enough to break the tie. 5 seconds remaining.
Oh.
That's it. Very close.
Winner is Team 2, 56% versus 100% reactor health.
Wow. All of that splash damage
Yep.
bringing Hoodie's reactor down to 56% health. And that's the end. At the end, Hoodie loses on splash damage. GG.
Quickly look at the bracket. That's all good. As we progress,
Everyone's rated up.
here we go.
Time's up. Let's do this. Alright, we are on vanilla, the most vanilla of all maps. Blackmail is on Team 1 on the left side here. Team 2, Aquawolf. Let me see how it goes. It looks like Blackmail has not interacted with his base yet. 20 seconds have already passed. Aquawolf, oh, there we go. Looks like we have interactions on both sides now. Aquawolf filling out his base. Neither side going for more. Oh, Aquawolf going straight for the tech rush. No economy out of, Blackmail going for the tech rush. No economy out of him. We're getting, after filling out his base, Aquawolf is going for the mines for more economy.
Mm-hmm.
Blackmail might be having some technical difficulties. Adding on another mine, getting some more resources in, adding on a battery as well. Perhaps going for a higher tech rush. We get to see any early weapons out of Blackmail here.
Gonna probably
Aquawolf
need
adding
some.
on a turbine and
Yep.
a battery. Looks like both of these players seem to be interested in going to the later game. As we have defensives and sandbags coming out. Alright, so Aquawolf just putting down his first tech structure, the workshop, at about the 1 minute and 50 second mark. Yep. Blackmail just putting down his factory. This will enable lasers and the fire laser, the energy-based
Yep.
late-game heavy weapons.
He's still not generating any energy over there, or any extra energy, I should say.
Indeed, his economy is not particularly strong. He's just getting a 4th mine at the moment. He is building higher, perhaps a place to put turbines?
Aqua's more the more traditional approach, I guess.
I suppose so. I don't know. The traditional approach usually involves going for heavy weapons. Oh my, what do we have here? He's manually changing. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
It looks like he was manually changing his background bracing to enable a place for the swarm missiles to go, and then placed his swarm missiles outside of that location.
I'm not quite sure. Plus, the game will do that for you automatically if you...
Indeed. You need not manually replace these with background bracing. Whenever you put down a weapon, it will clear out foreground bracing. That way you don't have to spend time doing it yourself. But right about now, Blackmail's heavy weapons facility will be coming online. Unfortunately, he does not have a second metal storage. It means he cannot get a plasma cannon, but he can get a fire beam. Fire
Right.
beams, not terribly damaging, but they do ignite everything that they point
This
at.
is true.
Which is great for removing weapons and other innards of the base, but not great for destroying the base or structure itself.
Yeah, it's very much harassment, isn't it?
Indeed.
Which would be interesting. And then if he's not careful with the fire beam, he could ignite incoming swarms on their way in.
Indeed. A lot of weapons that the incendiary effect is quite an interesting interaction with weapons. Is the fire beam ignites projectiles, and most projectiles will simply expire after a few seconds of being on fire. It's like you melt the projectile, it's like a firewall, if you will. But some projectiles, like swarm missiles, will stay in the air
A little
on
bit
fire
longer.
for quite some time.
Yeah.
And burning swarm missiles just adds an extra incendiary effect to whatever they hit.
Oh, jeez.
The RNG on those missiles, they all seem to focus fire on that one singular point, that one single metal strut, and removed it, almost knocking out Blackmail here in one volley. That's not common. But now Blackmail's fire laser is online. Can he get some kind of a critical hit here? Seeing from the spectator view, we can see that there's a bunch of batteries. Nope, the fire beam splashing across a sniper, which will probably take it out. Oh no, it just barely survived.
Just a bit singed.
There is a cheese tactic available with this fire beam in that you can hit the core really easily.
And just keep...
When you run out the timer with it.
Yep. Yep.
Now we've got double swarm missiles coming in. Destroying another plank of... metal struts. And a machine gunner. No significant damage done, but that will be costly to repair.
Wonder if Aqua will do some energy shields. He hasn't yet.
Perhaps. Realistically, are there energy shields or...
Yeah, you see? That's what I thought he was going to do.
Enough to bring down Blackmail. And that's going to be it for this round. GG is called.
GG.
Aqua proceeds.
Yeah, you see? That's what I thought he was gonna do.
So we've got Trek Jeff on the left and Incursus on the right. So let's see what we got going on here. Okay, so Incursus is got some mines going. He's got his first tech structure. Trek Jeff is going just economy at the moment. Oh, now he's done his workshop. And Incursus starts with a bit of harassment just to get things going. Incursus doing very efficient building of his mortars. This is a very classic Incursus approach. He's grouping them up. And Trekjeft is a bit behind on everything here. But I've seen Trekjeft come from behind several times, so I won't quite rule him out yet. Okay. Yeah, that's looking very, very efficient. Trekjeft is still a little bit behind here. He doesn't really have any defense or offense for that matter. And Incursus now has that dialed in perfectly with the mortars, so this will be interesting. Okay, so Trekchef has gone the factory. So he's going to try and zap Incursus with a laser or something. Now, what's Incursus? Okay, so Incursus has got his upgrade center. So he's going to add a bit more ouch to those mortars. And he's now missing his mortar shots. Okay, so what's he going to do now? He's got his upgrade center. And what's he going to build down here? More mortars, okay. So he's kind of giving Trekchef a chance to put some stuff in place here. Should probably keep firing those mortars. And those mortars are missing now, so he's got to dial them back in. Yeah, I think that little lull just gave Trek a bit of a chance to collect himself. Okay. This is going to be very interesting to see if what happens when that laser comes online. Incursus needs to dial up his aim a bit. That's better. And Trek's laser is about to come online. Here we go. Oh, he chose not to shoot it. Interesting. Here we go. I think Incursus just shot his own mortar there. Here comes the laser again. Yeah. Okay, and Incursus is built up to the top ball there. Not sure what he's going to do with that top ball there. Maybe put some resources, mines, maybe some missiles. Yeah, there goes that. Oh. He still has his mortars there. So is Trek gonna go to his laser again here? It's really all he can do. Yeah, here we go. Oh, close one. Yeah, so here comes the laser again. Oh, good placement of the energy shield. Trek Jeff inflicting self-damage. Oh, thwarted by the energy shield again. Oh, second laser. Interesting. And then we have 5 minutes left. Now, what's going to happen here? A bit of a lull. Surprising. Oh. Okay, this will be interesting. Some missiles. A couple of those getting through. And Trek doesn't realize that he's a bit on fire here. Oh, he just found out at the end. Oh. It's going to be interesting to see who wins this on a damage point if it gets to the time limit. Okay, so Trek's got some missiles too. And unfortunately, Incursus has no... Oh my god. Well, there you go. Good attempt there, man. I thought you were going to get him there for a while. But those bloody lasers got you in the end.
Yep. I failed to defend against them. That was my bad. I knew they were there, and I'm like, hey, look at this blaring tower that I clearly need for all of my defense. And your swarm missiles, that could stop your swarm missiles, that will actually have all of my weapon systems on them. I'm just going to leave it wide open to a single laser shot. And surprise!
Yep.
Wonder what happened there.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just put the this thing onto the bracket for a second. Show everybody the bracket. So the only issue at the moment is it's rage alert against Idris, but Idris is not to be found at this moment. I've just pinged him on Discord. He was talking to me earlier, and now he seems to have gone away.
Okay, well,
Let's see
we
if we
can do other matches at the moment, but I think if he's the last one available, or the last match that we have to do to proceed, then we just have to disqualify him.
Yep. Okay.
So next we can do Joe Apocalypse versus King to give Idris a few more minutes.
Yep. Let's do that.
We're all ready to go.
Yeah. Good.
Time's up. Let's do this. All right, we have on Team 1 King Banana here on the left side here, and on Team 2 Joe Apocalypse.
So Joe has been runner-up in the last few tournaments. Both, in the 2v2 tournaments.
Right.
Yeah, and each time he's lost to Trekjeft and Pyro. Oh, Joe didn't choose his commander.
Yeah, but he says he thinks he's fine.
Okay.
Both players so far are going for the same tech structures at the same time.
Yep.
We've got an extra mine coming out of Riggs and Rags here. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
King Banana here, I bet.
King's on left. Yep.
King's on the left side.
Yep.
All right, both players have finished at their workshop. Will we see any weapons out of them? Ooh.
Partially.
King Banana has some basic forts mechanic questions. Mid-game, that's always exciting. It looks like Joe going with his missile rush. Joe, well known for the missile rush.
Yeah, and King has not built any defenses. Okay, there goes his first machine gunner.
Right,
Yeah,
those
he's
are
probably...
machine gunners up.
Yeah, okay.
He has likely spotted the missile launchers here. Unfortunately, most of those gunners will not be effective as missiles come in from a straight trajectory, a direct trajectory rather than an artillery trajectory.
Yep.
So those gunners won't have in the back won't have an opportunity to shoot through their friend, and if they try, which machine gunners are known to do, they will simply kill their friend in front of them.
Yeah.
Joe grabbing a couple snipers. It looks like Banana also going for swarm missiles.
A little bit late, though.
Unfortunately, not as swiftly as Joe here. There's one machine gunner available to shoot down those missiles, not enough to stop them.
Yeah.
Takes out a few of them. That's gonna deal some damage.
Yeah.
And there's the sniper out of Joe, clearing out those gunners. The sequential snipers, or I'm sorry, the multiple gunners coming in pretty handy here, as Joe has only removed one layer of the gunners.
Yeah.
Has no idea that he needs to remove more gunners in the back. So King will always have at least one gunner available at this rate. However, that's not going to be enough, as we have seen so far. gunner doing some damage.
Oh, jeez. There's a bit of fire on the core there.
Hasn't done any damage to it yet, though it's come really close. Alright, looks like King is completely out of machine gunners.
Yeah.
And firing off his own swarm missiles. And, well, Joe doesn't have any defenses against it at all. Unfortunately for King, no significant damage done.
Yeah.
Joe losing a single gunner to it, the rest of the swarm missile splashing mostly harmlessly across everywhere else. Joe cleaning off some more machine gunners in preparation to fire his next volley of swarm missiles. There we go. While that one gunner all the way in the back, behind this machine gunner line, has survived, it's blocked by his friend. More storm missiles hitting. Banana actually losing a couple pieces of metal off the front of his base there.
Yeah.
Alright, another volley of swarm missiles. Do that of King. Still only one machine gunner available to defend on Joe's side. Oh, but we got the double launch.
Yeah.
Joe Pog.
Oh. Jeez.
That is very close to exposing the core. King needs to have some more defenses in there if he's going to survive another volley like that.
Yeah. Maybe Joe could get a upgrade center. That would be handy.
An upgrade center and a warhead coming out of either side would be game ending at this point.
Yeah, I think so.
Another volley of missiles splashes across the front armor of Joe. Joe using wooden bracing to just absorb the damage, so no significant damage received. King Banana's machine gunner placement still allows only 2 machine gunners to fire, despite having 5 machine gunners.
Yep. They're like backups.
Redundant and, well, having multiple backups of the same thing doesn't help you restore back to multiple points.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's the end of it there.
Yep.
Joe Apocalypse takes the win.
Okay, so that's where the bracket's at the moment.
Alright, everyone else is ready to go?
Yep. So, any thoughts about who might be the winner of the tournament?
I haven't seen X-Raisin play in a long while. X-Raisin is pretty good. Trek Jeff, obviously, very good.
Yep. Yep.
I think it's going to come down to either Joe and the winner of X-Raisin versus Trek Jeff.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's fair call.
If I were to estimate.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we have Bees here on the left on Team 1. And we have Wolf here on the right on Team 2. Bees going for an immediate economy, filling out all available eco spaces on his initial starting platform. Wolf instead filling out his base, spending his resources and making sure that he has a very strong base. Very sturdy. Even going with the rope, just to make sure it can't fall forward. Alright, so we've got, I already have a turbine created and everything down for Bees here.
What's Bees doing?
Pretty much the run of options here. He's going for the armory. Armory give him access to EMPs and flak cannons. Neither of which are known for their effectiveness at long range.
Yeah, the flight path gets a bit random towards the end, doesn't it? With your with the rockets. Missiles would be prone to anti-air with such a long flight.
And there's very little locations to put them, aside from this floating island up top.
Yep. Okay, so he's got his first tech structure up. Aqua has no tech at this point. There it is.
So it looks like both players have quite a few defensive setups here. Not gonna lie, I like B's fort here. It's so stable and straight. It's just one little connection all the way across. Efficient.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks pretty legit. Must be saving up his resources for something.
Well, he's gone for double battery and a mineral. I'm sorry, there it is.
Yeah.
So you need at least one additional metal storage in order to gain a heavy weapon.
Right.
So when you see someone put down those, you know that they're saving up for a heavy weapon.
Yeah, right.
However, it looks like Aquawolf over here elected to go for swarm missiles, or at least he's getting the technology for it. He's getting a workshop and an upgrade center at the same time, which will enable, when they're completed, not only swarm missiles but warheads.
Warheads, yeah. Which, yeah, I'm not sure how effective. Not sure how effective they're going to be on this map, especially with the battery of machine gunners that Bees has.
I was just about to mention that. Beast has got a lot of machine guns here, and those are, especially at this range, well, honestly, they're not that effective at removing airborne targets, even at this range. But they're going to have plenty of time to get off a couple volleys, and it's going to have a good chance of shutting them down. Now, if you notice, these here actually sold off his armory, which will give him an economy boost that can really help him get in his heavy weapon. So he's likely to have his heavy weapon available just about as soon as this factory completes, and it's completed right now.
Right. Yeah. That's clever.
And there's the plasma cannon. Selling off his machine gun to replace it with, I assume, a door. And there's the door.
Yep.
Replacing
well
his sold
spotted.
machine guns.
And yeah, once that laser's ready, I think it's going to be over pretty quick.
Aquawolf's base he's just put another battery next to his core, and he's got vertically stacked batteries.
He wants to make sure it explodes real good.
If this gets hit by a laser pretty much anywhere, things are going to go real bad real quick for him.
Yeah.
Aquawolf now also going for an armory, meaning he now has available to him all the starting technologies, or the earlier technologies.
Yeah. What's he doing?
None of which are being used. Curious to know what Aquawolf's plan is. That's going to be a
flak,
either
maybe?
a flak or an EMP.
That bit of land in front of him might be in the way a bit.
It flak. Is a flak.
Well,
flak not known for their effectiveness at this range.
Yep. Not effective against a laser. Wow.
Certainly not effective against.
What happened there? A bullet went through, and
the core is entirely encapsulated. How did that actually hit the core?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Flak being fired at the longest range possible to detonate.
And here we go.
Base. But there's the one laser, and that's pretty it.
Yep. That was
directly hitting the batteries, shattering everything.
QG, I guess. Quick game. And I'll show off a bit of the bracket.
The next match we have coming up is X-Raisin versus Trek Jeff.
Ooh, that's going to be good. X-Raisin's already in because he's doing the French stream.
Both players are previous tournament winners. Both players well known within the community. We have here on the Team 1 X-Raisin here on the left, and Team 2 Trek Jeff. Trek Jeff going for both players going for the very quick placement of their technology structures, but going for different routes. X-Raisin going for the armory, which will enable him access to the flak and EMPs and rockets, whereas Trek Jeff going for the workshop, which will enable him access to swarm missiles and mortars.
I like how these forts always end up looking like toilets on this map.
It's funny because it's true. Alright, so X-Ray's making a beeline for his second platform and immediately putting down a mine on it. TrekChef not making it there quite so swiftly. Instead putting down an energy turbine. He'll make his way eventually. Oop. That's gonna hurt.
Oh, what's he doing over
that
there?
hurts a lot.
What's he doing? That's Trek having construction complications.
Construction, always difficult.
Yep.
Looks like he's taking after X-Ray's over here, going for the same pattern.
Yep.
Making his connection.
Now, X-Raisin is a previous tournament winner as well. In fact, he won it before Tons of Guns existed.
It's actually been a long while since he's last competed.
It has.
See if he
It
can take
has.
home.
It has. And yeah, actually,
After a full minute later, TrekChef managing to claim his island and put the same mine on it that X-Raisin has had for some time. X-Raisin has taken this time that he's gotten ahead to put down an EMP.
Yep. And leaving himself options with that extra land where he could put. Well, he doesn't have a workshop, so he wouldn't be going missiles. So.
But he could have additional mines placed there later on.
Yep, that's right.
Oh,
Right.
or he could be going missiles instead.
Yeah.
X-Raisin putting down a workshop. Seems like he wants to save those extra positions for swarm missiles, which could be very dangerous. X-Raisin firing the first shot of the EMP rocket.
Yep, shutting down some resources.
Shutting down not only the core, but his wind turbine as well. So TrekChef not having any energy production at all at this point in time. Another hit on the core is going to shut down, well, most of his energy production again. Looks like X-Rays and just going to be keeping the energy protection down. Oh boy. TrekChef selling off the only metal around his core, trying to reclaim some resources.
That's brave.
That's risky, but it could pay off.
Well, it gave him enough money for the what do you call it? The workshop? Not the workshop, factory.
Factory. The TrekChef rushing for the laser.
Yep.
Whereas X-Rays in here just put down his upgrade center and created a position to put down the swarm missiles. Seems like X-Rays there's the swarm missile. Seems like X-Rays is just about a minute and a half away from having a warhead to launch at TrekChef here, and TrekChef's still only about 1/3 of the way completed on its factory, and no defense against such a thing. Taking hits.
It shut down the mines, so.
Yes, TrekChef's mines are again shut down, including the construction progress on the factory, which hurts a lot. As he's trying to rush that out. Got 2 gunners left available in the defense of TrekChef versus these incoming EMPs. And X-Raisin's sniping them off one by one. There's machine gunners. Is X-Raisin going to hop on the gunner? On the sniper?
That's what I thought he was going to do.
Looks like he's adding some more defenses around the front of his core right now.
Yeah, that's smart.
And now he's gonna hop on the sniper. Alright, there's one gunner down.
Needed to do that the other way.
Down.
Should have done that the other way around.
Oh, I'm sure the EMP will come off cooldown soon enough.
Yeah, he's
And there's the
upgraded.
nuke.
Yeah, so he's not even bothering with swarms.
More shutting down of TrekChef's economy. TrekChef just finishing up his factory. Does he have enough economy to place a laser anywhere? But X-Raisin's nuke is about to come online, and he's sitting on it. He's waiting for it.
Oh yeah.
Trek Jeff just putting down his laser now.
Yeah, that's... Well, it might be too late, but Trek seems to always come from behind. I don't know how he does it.
Alright, X-Rays looks like he really wants to fire that. Alright, he's testing for machine gunners right now. There's the nuke launch. Warhead
Yep.
going out. Is he gonna fire the EMP again? I think he wants to fire the EMP again, but it's too little too late. Nuke takes one hit. And
Oh!
right at the base of Trek Jeff's base. Destroys pretty much everything down there except for the foundation itself.
Oh, I thought he was going to put sand.
Stands. Trek Jeff adding on a lot more machine gunners to try to stay on top. And his laser cannon, his plasma cannon, is coming online right now.
Here
Trek
we go.
Jeff can fire it. X-Rays doesn't have any vulnerabilities to it at the moment, but it can. X-Rays taking a hit. It loses one machine gunner,
Oh!
and the nuke gets shut down. It's a slugfest. Both players
It
have managed
is.
to get up a healthy amount of wooden armor across the front of their base. Both players not terribly vulnerable to each other's weapons.
Well, if X-Rays gets rid of the AA, he got in with a chance here. Mind you, Trek has put a ton of wood at the front of his... And you use the laser like a defense. That's pretty cool, actually.
You tried, but nukes have a tendency to survive a laser hit.
Yeah.
At least at close ranges, anyway.
So, X-Rays is selling one of his mines. So my guess is he's going to put in another swarm, like another missile or swarms or.
Ooh. So, Trek Jeff there just fired his
Yep.
plasma cannon in an effort to destroy the nuke, which
Yeah.
worked.
Yep.
But he did not have enough energy for a full burn, so he couldn't actually deal any damage. Or didn't even break the X-Rays some metal doors here. This is going to become more and more of a problem as Trek Jeff loses more and more of his economy.
Also, X-Rays has got to be kind of low on metal because he's gotten rid of his mine. Yeah.
Oh, that's-
Oh my God! There you go.
That's it? I want to see that again on the replay. Are you serious?
Yeah,
What?
something made it a bit weak at the end there. That was quite.
What? I need to see that in the replay. What happened
Yeah.
there?
I'm gonna see that too.
I think his base,
It was too heavy.
it was too heavy across the front. It was being held up just
Yeah,
because
I mean-
the top support was holding it back. And when the top support broke,
Yes.
it was able to
Put all the weight. Yep. Yep. Okay.
So I haven't
so-
seen.
yeah, Idris is still not around, so I think what we're gonna have to do is just give it to.
Rage Alert
Yeah.
passes by default.
Yep.
That means it is now Rage Alert versus Romero in this next match.
That's right.
All right, just need X-Rays to ready up, and we're good to go. All right, Ice Cave. Ice Cave is an interesting one. It's these horizontally mounted forts, and both forts can go either up or down to reach additional structure points. Very, very wide map, very tall map. Enables for very stable forts, if you can reach the proper points. Looks like we have Rage Alert going up fairly early on in the match here. Rage Alert being on Team 2 on the right side here. Romero being on Team 1 on the left. Romero going straight for an upgrade center off the bat.
That's an interesting
if-
choice.
That is an interesting choice. I haven't seen this strategy since before Tons of Guns.
Those were
Got
the
a few
days.
Machine guns, a few snipers.
I remember.
Simply,
I remember
more
when this.
simple days for sure.
I remember when this game didn't have AI assist on machine guns. So you only had manual, and yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, I can imagine. Certainly playing the campaign without AI assist is different.
Yeah, when you play the campaign on hard. Okay.
So my chat mentioning that swarm missiles and nukes being mounted horizontal would make this map very, very interesting. I definitely agree. I think those would be incredibly powerful, being able to mount them sideways. Just launched straight at the opponents in swarm missile fashion. There is actually a position here where you can put a single swarm missile launcher. Across this bottom part, you can fit a swarm missile in the bottom island. It's just enough space to skim the front of your base without hurting it, and launch it across. Alright, looks like we've got... Oh, that is Eagle Eye. So we have an Eagle Eye commander on the left going with lots of ballistic weapons. Gonna have a bullet rain. Romero microing his doors instead of building doors, replacing it with wood. We're going back on bracing. Using one upgraded sniper already. So no more exposed weapons. We'll see if he changes that. And try to remove some of Rage Alert's machine guns. The tactic here is to use the machine gunners, or the mini gunners, with their explosive rounds to just punch clean on through the opponent's, in this case, Rage Alert's base.
Yep.
In order for that to be effective, you have to first build up the ultimate meter, or the commander power meter, and that can only be done by dealing damage or receiving damage. So Romero actually has to be shooting here and dealing damage in order to enable his killing move.
Yeah. He can't do a lot of mass damage at the moment, can he? Unless he's...
Not really. His only weapons that can really deal damage at this moment, because Rage Alert has, upon seeing the tactic, immediately used double doors and slanted armor, which completely shuts down the damage that can be dealt from Romero. So he's just kind of sniping away, trying to pick off the exposed machine gunner. See how it goes. Romero gonna take a hit from an EMP. Oh, through the open door, and shuts down his sniper. Oh, that hurts. So now Romero is gonna have to expose another weapon to try to deal damage. He really needs to be firing at his machine gunners here. There's mini gunners here. He's saving up for his ultimate ability, his commander ability. It might not be enough. He needs to keep firing.
He does.
Deal damage to anything, exposed wood. There's wood exposed across the top. He needs to be firing at that. His sniper needs to be upgraded in order to deal damage to metal. Because at this point, nothing's happening, and just, well, Rage Alert's free to do whatever he wants at this point.
Ooh, battery right beside the core.
You know, honestly, I do that all the time.
Yeah?
It's about 9.5 out of 10 times the core will die before the battery.
Yeah, right. Makes sense.
But it's the problem happens when you put, you know, a battery next to the core and then a battery beneath that one, and
Yep.
end up creating a chain reaction.
Yeah. Fun to watch,
That's
though.
yeah, it's certainly fun to
in
watch.
slow-mo.
It's not fun to experience.
No.
It's fun to make your opponent experience it. That's
Yes, for sure.
It looks like Romero's... I'm not sure. He's only got 2 mines, whereas Rage Alert's got 4. If Romero doesn't do something quickly, he's going to be just completely outclassed in technology and firepower.
So,
Well, there's
Rage...
the factory.
Yeah, right. Okay. I was wondering if somebody was
Rage
going
Alert
to...
has the factory down, which puts Romero on a pretty... It's increasing the clock. It's getting closer. It's like Romero's finally getting proper doors for his minigunners so he can open them and fire. Oh, there's one slanted armor there. That's taking damage. That's gonna be... he can use that to charge up his commander ability.
Yeah.
He's not firing at the moment. Oh, there he goes. Through the background bracing.
I would say this is one of the sort of slower matches.
It's strangely slow. Everything here is low tech, but it's
Yeah.
incredibly slow about it. Typically, these lower technology battle skirmishes are incredibly high paced.
Mm.
But at the moment, it's just a single shot every so often.
Yeah.
Well, it's ricocheting left and right.
So where's the laser going to go?
I bet the laser could go on the bottom, where there's already double doors. At the moment, Rage Alert just increasing his slanted armor count just to make sure he doesn't have to deal with repair costs. He's gone up to 3 batteries now. Oh, there's the damage. However, he didn't pre-fire and pre-aim his BB gun, so a lot of the damage splashing not usefully elsewhere. And then that's the end of it.
Yep.
He needed to pre-aim his weapons. He did not do that this time, meaning a lot of the splash damage just did not go where it needed to go. A lot of it flew harmlessly beneath the base, completely missing. And the rest of it pretty much went up where the machine gunners once were and is now nothing but background bracing, passing through the base, doing no damage.
So I guess if you had to make a call from a damage perspective, has Rome been causing more damage?
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah.
That's about to change as the plasma cannon has just been fixed.
Yes. The end is near.
We've only got another 60 seconds or so before that becomes available to fire. And at this point, there exists an angle where Romero just doesn't have any armor between his core
right in
and
front of
the
his
cannon.
core.
The laser, right in front of his core. You can aim straight forward with that laser, and there's nothing there to save the core. All right, we've got a lot more bullets coming out of Romero now. Just what he needed to be doing much more earlier on. Most of them aren't finding a mark. A few of them are. Minigunners.
The bottom
aiming high.
machine gun is just pointing into nothingness. He needs to upgrade that.
Ooh, there we go. That's no more gunners out of Rage Alert here. There's actually some damage being dealt to the metal up top. And these AP snipers are doing damage and having to shoot something, so that's going to count toward the commander ability meter. As long as he keeps this up, he can keep doing damage.
Hmm.
Those miniguns are not terribly effective. Oh, but he did destroy one piece of metal up the top. And that's going to leave it vulnerable to machine guns. Miniguns, should I say. Metal has been replaced.
Here
Oh, but
comes
there's
the
a laser cannon. To be it?
Yep.
shot.
One shot.
That's the end. Rage Alert with a victory.
Right. Joe versus Bees. Haven't watched Bees play a lot. Have you played with him?
I've seen him a few times. He stops by on my streams every so often. He's been around for quite some time. I haven't seen a whole lot of him.
Okay.
He's not but he's not unknown.
Okay.
I'm not sure how he stacks up against Joe. I would expect Joe to win here, as Joe has come so close to winning tournaments before. And
Yeah.
generally, when someone comes so close to winning tournaments, that there's not a whole lot of people that can beat them. At least not consistently.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this goes. Bees going with an interesting tactic of avoiding creating foundation braces, which will save him on economy and make
Yeah.
him
That's
connect faster.
That's clever.
Tactic I don't see often. It suffers the instability problem. We'll
Yes.
see how that works out in the future. Wait a minute, it is Bees on the left side, right?
Let's see.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Joe-
it's Joe on the left side.
Joe on left,
Bees
yep.
on the right side.
Yep.
My bad. And that was my mistake. Joe is going for the lack of foundations, which will help him build faster and more cost efficiently. And B is on the right side, building his turbines in a location where they cannot be harmed. always advisable. B is getting down his technology first, going with the armory, which will enable him to have rockets and EMPs.
Don't really see a lot of people using the Firebird commander. I remember when the game first launched, people liked using it on this map because the fort would be so long and you just ignite everything.
Well, at the beginning, when the Firebird was used heavily, the repair costs, or the energy repair costs, was stifling. Completely shut down the bases. With that being removed, it's no longer that painful.
No.
To have to repair bases anymore. Igniting everything just doesn't affect things anymore. At least not as much as it used to.
No.
Neither player is building any offensive weaponry.
Not yet.
As I say that, Joe putting down 2 machine gunners. B's putting down 2 machine gunners.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
It's like, wait a minute. Did I miss that side again? It is B's on the right side.
On the
Joe
right,
on
yeah.
the left.
Yeah. One day we will have better observing technology.
Today is not quite that day. So
not
both
yet.
players going up to 3 machine gunners. It looks like Joe building additional placements to put more. He's getting an upgrade center as well as a battery. Curious. Oh. Joe firing the first shots. All the exposed weapons of these being shut down.
Yep.
My chat says the devs are pondering. Next update will soon the energy cost to put out fires will be increased. Currently, it doesn't cost anything to put out fires. It doesn't cost any energy to repair at all.
Pondering confirmed.
You heard it here, guys. Alright, Joe Apocalypse being a bit more aggressive with his weapons. B's building weapons but not using them. Joe picking them off one by one. B's hiding a couple... I'd say a couple. It's 3 EMP launchers and upgrading them. So it looks like he's going to go with the Crouching Tiger Hidden Dragon style build.
Yep.
Just hiding all of his weapons, upgrading them to the max, and then releasing them all at once.
Yeah, Joe is turtling.
I don't know if turtling is the right word. He's kind of turtling,
but he's.
in that
Oh,
he's
I didn't see the factory there.
Ah, yes. Joe has a factory down. It's actually almost complete. Joe has weapons that is not using them offensively. It's mostly just defensive placements at the moment. He's firing them every so often just to keep things there, just to keep things down. And he's building more extrusions from his sandbags. But those machine gunners were meant for defense purposes, and they are doing their job, or at least they're trying to. All of his machine gunners, what was that? 6 machine gunners failed to bring down 4 rockets. One of these is rockets hitting itself on launch. That was fun to see. The rockets dodging all of the machine gun fire. Joe Apocalypse, single sniper, removed one of these rocket launchers, which is quite painful, because those are expensive, especially to lose to something as cheap as a sniper. These weapons, despite being upgraded, are exposed to the world.
So where's
He's
Joe going to put
down
his...
another turbine to keep up with his energy costs.
Is he going to put a laser down? Yep, there it is.
There's the laser. Joe completing his laser rush. He needs only survive until the laser is ready to fire.
Yeah.
Which he seems to be on a good track to do. He's got 5 machine gunners and a sniper, just waiting for an opportunity to shoot at something. Bees is focusing more on trying to build up his economy so that way he can actually keep up a more sustained fire rate on his rockets, which have not fired for quite some time now. Machine gunners almost completely missing their targets. Machine gunners this time completely missing their targets.
What, did I say something about them being tweaked?
Alright, Joe Apocalypse hopping on a sniper, firing, but not hitting anything. Looks like he's checking positions. Oh, and that was Beezy's last fully functional and upgraded rocket going down.
Yeah.
Joe Apocalypse sniping off the rest of the machine gunners and pretty much everything else. Looks like the laser has been enveloped in doors and metal for protection reasons.
Yep.
Joe just lining his base with machine guns just to make sure nothing gets through, and yet it almost does again and again. Joe currently has no wind turbines, which is going to come back to haunt him if he doesn't have one up very swiftly. These lasers are very energetic. Machine gunners, though cheap to fire, do cost a significant amount of energy when fired in these numbers.
I would have made at least one turbine. Unless he's either forgotten or it's some sort of efficiency trick.
Well, at the moment, he simply isn't firing at all, so he's able to save up enough energy.
Whoa!
That's it. No
One
defenses
shot.
Out of bees, the Apocalypse, one shot, straight through the core.
How many
That's
one-shot
the
laser
Apocalypse.
kills have we seen?
Oh, quite a lot. Quite a lot.
Okay, Joe's through.
Alright, Joe proceeds.
I'd like to see him win it this time. He's always gotten to this stage. Abyss.
Is it Abyss? Another one similar to Catacombs.
Alrighty, so Trek is on the left, Rage is on the right.
It is correct. Trek immediately going for wind turbines off the bat. An interesting choice. I've not seen that play done before. Nope, I already messed that up. Rage Alert on the right. Going for, I looked at it just to make sure I was saying the right names, and it still inverted it.
Not that this is related, but what's your drink of choice?
Drink of choice. I usually go for a whiskey, sometimes a wine, like a Riesling. Riesling's my favorite wine. But I like a good whiskey. Especially, a lot of times I go for things straight, but honestly, one of my favorite whiskeys is just a whiskey sour, which is more like a mildly, or I suppose not mildly in my case, but somewhat strong lemonade.
Yes.
If you like lemonade, why not add a little umph to it?
Yep, that's right.
So Rage Alert doing a little fort tickling with his machine gunner. Trek Jeff not caring at all. Continuing to go about his day.
The tickling has returned.
Looks like Rage Alert is going for heavy weapon rush. He's already put down his storages required to get the next stage of technology.
Yep.
Trek Jeff looks like he's getting he's getting a sniper. Continuing with his economy. Definitely planning for the late game. We'll see just how late he's planning for. Adding some more wind turbines. Cranking up the energy production. And there's battery. We'll see if this is for additional weapons, or is he going to be adding on the next stage in technology. Ooh. Trek Jeff sniping up the machine gunners as they're being placed down. Oh, there's the last machine gunner down. Track Jeff taking complete map superiority and choosing to not use it to do anything aside from be safe from harassment. Bull flare. Oh, that's an interesting choice. So Trek Jeff on the left here, putting down the storage is necessary to get a heavy weapons facility, and then electing to go for an upgrade center. That's not something we see every day.
He wants to upgrade to rockets, right?
I'm not sure. He hasn't placed any weapons down.
Right.
And there are the rockets.
Yeah.
At least I assume they're rockets, aside from... They could be flak, we'll find out in a few seconds here, but I assume they're going to be rockets, given the scenario. It looks like Rage Alert also putting down some rockets. Yes, they are rockets. We're going to have 3 rockets coming out of Trek Jeff, and just Rage Alert with an EMP for harassment reasons, I assume. Rage Alert likes to go with the heavier weapons. A chat asking how I managed to have 500 plus FPS on FORTS. FORTS runs really well when you're not running on certain maps.
When you're running on a certain vegetable.
That too. If you don't have a potato of a computer and you're not on World War II, then FORTS actually runs really well. I probably should limit that so it's not running at 500 FPS. I don't need to do that to my graphics card.
I think Trek seems a bit more prepared for this one.
I would have to agree. I don't know if he hasn't played much on this map. His structures appear to be very haphazard, so to speak. All over the place. There's not a lot of flat angles, not a lot of places to put things. It's working. He's firing his weapons, unlike Trek. Trek is just not firing at all.
Yeah, except Trek is about to fire everything.
And it's gonna spell doom and disaster for Rage Alert when he accepts the fate that's coming for him right about now. But Rage Alert does have his factory down. It's halfway built. No, I don't know. I don't know. If Trek Jeff never fires his weapons, he may not get an opportunity to fire them. Rage Alert's just keeping him shut down.
Here we go. Is this where he does it?
Is he gonna fire it? Nope. Not quite. Still rebuilding gunners, which have yet to save him from any of these EMPs.
Here we go.
Now Trek Jeff is fired. 6 rockets, all but one of which is shut down by the 2 gunners that fired. Oh my lord. The RNG is real. Last match we had 6 gunners take down 2 rockets. This time we had 2 gunners take down 4 rockets. And this time 1 gunner takes down 1 rocket and pays for it with his life. Now we have Trek Jeff completely in control of the match. All of the gunners have been removed from Rage Alert's side. Trek Jeff increasing his energy output and splashing his damage right into the upper economy of Rage Alert. Rage Alert losing access to 2 mines and a turbine, as well as most of the structure up there. There's another wave of rockets. Trek Jeff having some power issues. Not quite enough turbines, but it's still enough to fire the rockets uncontested.
Pretty much, yeah. I don't think Rage
just doesn't have the economy to, well, doesn't have any gunners and doesn't have the economy anymore to rebuild them. This is going to be a downward spiral.
Yep.
But hey, at least Rage Alert has a factory. Rage Alert known for coming back from behind. He's certainly very, very behind.
Yeah, I don't think. Where would he put his laser? don't think so.
For those unaware, the 3 rockets is getting hit by 3 rockets is game ending. The amount of damage they deal will completely shut down your economy, even for larger economies. You have to stop the damage, and repairing is not an option. The moment you hit that repair button after taking 3 rockets worth of damage, you've shut yourself down and removed your ability to rebuild yourself. And those rockets are coming in again and again. Check Jeff going up to 5 turbines, which will be enough to keep up the firepower of these rockets. Especially with the additional income from the overdrive commander ability. The rockets are going to keep coming back. Rage Alert trying to stave off some of the damage of the sniper, but it's not going to be enough. The sniper goes down. He's down to 1 EMP rocket, which can't even fire right now due to repairing doors. Gets it off anyways. It makes it through and shuts down all 3 of the rockets.
Yeah.
Give him a moment's breather, but...
That's right. This is where he makes a big comeback.
Oh, I wish. That would be great.
That would be good.
That would make my day. Alas, he's not going to have his Shuts down more of the rockets. I'm genuinely surprised that EMP's managed to survive. I mean, have you seen... His entire base is Swiss cheese at this point.
Yeah,
rockets
pretty much.
Just chilling there. And again, it survives. What's just as surprising is how many times the EMP has managed to get across the map with machine gunners shooting down. Oh, but now an EMP out of Check Jeff shuts down. Rage Alert's EMP. Oh, Check Jeff retiring. The sniper actually removed him one of the EMP mushrooms. Uh-oh.
That EMP is
EMP
hilarious.
exposed. Check Jeff trying to snipe it.
It's finally gone.
And that's the last weapon out of Rage Alert. Rage Alert gonna take another volley, and that's the end. Check Jeff with the victory. This will come down to, if you're first place position, Joe versus Check Jeff.
Yeah. It's funny that Trek hadn't actually signed up to the tournament until the last minute.
I know. He's like, surprise, I might as well join in.
Yeah.
We will be doing the bronze match next.
Yep.
Rage versus Bees.
Yep. Ah, really?
Did he just go offline?
Really?
It says he's offline. All right. Well,
I guess that makes Rage takes it.
Well, congratulations, Rage. You've taken 3rd place.
Okay, so there's the bracket.
There's Trek and Joe. All right.
Good.
Players are in.
Excellent.
Map is there.
Cool.
Just need everyone to ready up, and we will be good to go
Okay.
for the final match.
For the final. Finally.
This is turning into a grudge match at this point.
Interesting map to be the final.
That's certainly not one we see very commonly.
No.
So on the left side, we have a previous tournament winner, Trek Jeff.
Okay.
And on the right side, we have Joe Apocalypse, runner-up.
Several
going
times.
for his first-
So it's always comes down to these guys.
It is.
Joe must be thinking, what is it with these guys?
And Joe forgot his commander again.
Well, I'm not sure what to suggest there.
All right, well, we have an interesting tactic coming out of different players here.
Yeah, Joe's going to try and snipe.
Good, indeed. Going for the traditional... Check Jeff going for the additional income, or the economy upgrades. Whereas Joe, on 1 mine, going for swarm missiles. It's
Yep.
not something we see every day.
I'd
He
like
will
to
not be able to sustain that for very long.
Yeah, and Trek has seen it. He's going to put some countermeasures down there.
Looks like it. And that's going to be much, much more cost efficient than what Joe has done.
Hmm.
Except for that battery. That battery's going to be in a dangerous place.
Yeah, that could dislodge the whole thing, couldn't it?
Oh yeah. If that bottom brace is broken, it will detonate whatever is on it, in this case the battery, which could cause a chain reaction and cause significant problems for Trek Jeff. We'll see how that plays out, or if that comes into play at all. Joe finally getting another mine. Now up to 2 mines against Trek Jeff's 4.
4, yeah.
Trek Jeff already getting down the munitions plants. We just hit the 2-minute mark. Trek Jeff already has a munitions plant down and constructing.
Okay.
Joe Apocalypse not yet firing his swarm. He built them, hasn't fired them. Is continuing to maneuver into one of the exterior islands around his base.
It's interesting.
This is usually the island used for sniper positions and other under the hill shenanigans, if you will.
Yes. Nether shenanigans.
And there's
It's interesting. It's definitely interesting.
Yeah, I've never seen it suspended by ropes before.
Yeah.
That seems fairly unstable, but it's
Yeah.
working. The sniper is down. So we will be able to have a missile launch here fairly quickly. Unfortunately, the angle which those missiles will come in, they will be mostly stopped by one of the 2 islands on the right side of Trek Jeff.
So he's going to try and take out the resources?
It seems like it. He doesn't have access to hit most of them. Moves one of them. Some extra splash damage around. One very damaging tactic that I haven't seen done by players pretty much ever is that if you this on Joe's side, if you were to take that platform the sniper is on currently and extend it downward almost to the bottom of the screen,
Yep.
and the missiles will actually fly far enough down that they will go underneath the island and come up from below. You can actually hit the opponent's core with those.
Nice.
Something I've only done once. Something I've only been permitted to do once. It's something the opponent has to actively ignore in order to work. But Trek Jeff seems to be largely ignoring Joe Apocalypse at this point.
Yeah. And his munitions plant is done. So what's he going to
He
do?
can start building. He's certainly got the economy for it.
He does.
Joe, on the other hand, doesn't even have a turbine. He's
No.
going for additional missile launchers without any economy to start with.
Yeah,
It's going to be an interesting game for
very,
sure.
very
I
interesting.
imagine quite slow and long.
Hence the time limit.
We're coming up with a third of the way through the time limit. Currently, the only one to deal damage is Joe Apocalypse. Will technically be the victor at this point.
Yeah. But yeah, he's gone so
Still have another 10
lean.
minutes to go. Now, does damage dealt count against, or sorry, does damage to neutral structures count as damage dealt?
No, it'd be damage to the opponent's owned.
Okay. There's a solid hit and ignite on the center structure could, if that counted,
But yeah, who gets it
really
first?
skew the numbers.
That would be interesting.
Machine gunners are online. Usually not something we see in combination with machine gunners. Taking out most of the swarm missiles, only costing them 1 gunner and 2 gunners.
All right, so Joe's now getting all his resources, or at least his energy. Yeah, he probably doesn't have enough energy storage to fire everything.
Let's see, it is 1,500 per... Yeah, he definitely does not have. He should have enough. If he saves up to his max, he should have 5,000 at this point. She's doing good work.
Oh, okay, and Trek is building a cannon.
Indeed, and a bit more exciting at this point, Trek is also building a sniper in a position that will contest Joe Apocalypse's snipers.
Yeah.
Joe Apocalypse doesn't know where to look for it. It's not firing in its direction, so he's most likely going to lose his 2 snipers down at the bottom, which will shut down the missile shenanigans we have here.
Yep.
Joe going up to a 4th missile launcher as well. That he doesn't have the power to fire all at once. Trek Jeff retaliating with the snipers. Ooh, sniper war. Who gets it
Sniper
first?
war.
Oh boy, who gets it first?
Oh, it's so close.
Oh, it's so close.
Oh.
Oh, another miss. I think Trek is just giving up. He's like, I don't want to deal with this. Now he just blocks it off. He doesn't want to deal with it anymore. Neither player able to land a shot.
That's funny. He's not going to get through the wood.
That would have been a kill shot. Oh, that would have been a kill shot, and it's blocked. Alright, we got 2 more swarm missiles launched. Trek going up to his second cannon as well. He's preparing for a high impact alpha strike. Trek actually selling off some of his gunners. He doesn't have many gunners left. In fact,
Yeah.
He's got 3 gunners available. Not that the swarm missiles have done terrible damage.
Okay, what's Joe doing here? So he's expecting incoming.
Alright, it looks like Trek Jeff upgrading his economy, getting some more turbines. Replacing the ones above his base, above his core, which are no longer efficient due to the weapon placements around them. Oh! Swarm missiles ducking and diving, managing to clean through his base and destroy one of his existing turbines, 2 of his existing turbines.
Okay, and Joe's got an upgrade center now, so he can start the nuke fest.
That'll be interesting. Honestly, at this point, it may be more efficient for Trek to take the nukes, just have them hit his base rather than try to shoot them down, because the nukes in their straighter trajectory won't actually be able to deal damage to anything significant because he can't target them. But the moment that those get into their drunk nuke mode, where they get damaged and go wild, they can start hitting anything in his base, and that could cause a serious problem.
Okay,
Nuke
so
manages to conquer the island and hit from below, or manages to swing all the way up above the top into these cannons. That could be potentially game-ending.
that's assuming Joe's going to be able to fire them. If Trek...
At this point, it's not a good assumption. Oh, they traded snipers, leaving Joe without a sniper.
he had a third one at the bottom there.
Oh, he just
Okay.
built that one. It's still building. Trek Jeff slowly working his way through the neutral structure in the middle. Joe's still running off of 2 mines this whole time.
So at this point, who's inflicted more damage? I would possibly say Joe.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, so... Oh, lucky.
Goes in. Goes all the way through. Takes out 3 machine gunners, a few planks of wood. No significant damage.
Okay, here
Oh,
goes
is
the
that gonna be
center
enough?
structure.
That's
Yep.
enough to bring down the neutral structure. There is an available cannon. Trek Jeff now has exposed weapons. The weapons are free on both sides. Joe, not quite prepared,
Not really.
takes a hit. He's got the armor, but doesn't have the offenses weapons set up to deal damage to Trek Jeff. The nuke goes down. Swarm missiles splash harmlessly across the center structure.
Yeah, he probably should have shot the higher ones at those cannons.
Joe Apocalypse doesn't have the energy income to fire both swarm missiles. Fires one of them off, and
Yeah.
there's a plethora of machine guns. None of the swarm missiles make it.
No.
Trek Jeff firing another cannon. Removes one of the swarm missile launchers. Oh, his second swarm missile launcher is blocked by a sniper. He actually can't fire that one so long as that sniper exists there. And there goes the second swarm missile launcher. Joe Apocalypse no longer has any offensive capabilities.
This is a
above the
gamble.
table. And it makes it through the one nuke, managing to take out the 4 gunners that were shooting at it all the way across the match. All the way across the map. Joe's still sending out more and more swarm missiles. At this point, he's just trying. I think his only tactic at this point is to just deal more damage and hope to win in
Oh,
overtime. Oh, but
jeez.
there goes his chances of that. His core taking damage from the heavy weapon, the cannon, actually
Yeah.
dealing damage to his core,
Yep.
and will now Trek Jeff in the lead at the end. There's only
Yep.
3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. If Joe Apocalypse does not do core damage, then he will lose at that point in time. Machine gunners trying to do their job and failing miserably, not destroying either the nuke or the swarm missiles. At this point, Joe does not have a weapon that can deal damage to Shrekjeff's core. At least not without the nuke getting hit and going on a wild magical journey around the map and landing on Shrekjeff's core, which is entirely unlikely but not unseen.
Yeah.
It looks like Shrekjeff trying to stop exactly that happening by just spamming machine gunners absolutely everywhere, almost completely shutting down the swarm missile launches. And just continuing to lay into Joe Apocalypse with his double cannon setup. The cannons being very efficient here in that they cannot be stopped by anything aside from just more stuff.
So if on Joe's side, if he where his snipers are, if he built that structure much further down, would his rockets or nukes, sorry, missiles or nukes be able to attack at a better angle?
Oh yes, absolutely. If you were to build that all the way down to right about the bottom of the map, really stress it, then those nukes would go underneath the map and come up underneath Jeff's base.
Yeah. Oh, he's just figured that out.
I think so. He's gonna have to build it further down than that. At least in my testings, you have to build that down noticeably further than that. Which could be very difficult for him considering his unstable setup.
Yeah. And lack of energy too.
It certainly doesn't help.
And Trek's what, building another cannon?
There he goes.
Yeah.
Yes. He's trying to increase the fire, but I don't think he's going to have the time. There's only 60 seconds remaining. Joe Apocalypse is going to get one more fire out of his swarm missiles on a nuke, if he saves up. Alright. He's gone down really far. Let's see how it works.
I hope he fires. I'd like to just see one shot.
Oh, he's building the sniper down there too. The sniper is not really necessary so long as you can target the right location. Oh, there goes a wind turbine. He's only got 25 seconds left. He has to fire those missiles right now or they're not going to have time to make it across.
This is it. He's going to have to shoot. Did he shoot?
He's trying. I think he's out of energy.
Yeah.
Or metal. He's selling things off.
Oh, he fired
There's
them
launch.
with 6 seconds left.
It's not going to be enough to make
I don't
damage,
think so.
but we'll get to see them fly. Oh, he's just a little bit too low. He was just a little bit too low. They despawned off the bottom of the map. If he had just been one box higher, they would have been underneath and gone completely underneath his defenses.
All right, so it was 100% health versus 85% reactor health. So
Shrekjeff takes the victory.
Takes the tournament again.
And that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our victor, Shrekjeff.
That's amazing. He's very consistent.
I agree.
Might have a quick chat with Trek if he's on. Is he on Discord? There he is. Congratulations, Trek.
Thank you.
Well done.
Congratulations.
You did quite good considering you didn't sign up for the tournament until just like an hour before it.
Yeah, I think it was like half an hour before I signed up. And
I thought you didn't like 1v1.
I almost never play 1v1 because I thought it was not my best, but I think I've surrounded so many hours now. I have like more than 700, so I guess I kind of just know the game well enough to do well on 1v1.
That's a lot of hours.
Yeah.
Many hours.
Clearly, you know the game. There's a couple of times there where I thought, like in some earlier matches, where I thought you were actually falling behind, but you seem to always have a plan for the long-term plan, you know?
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, well, like in Cursus, I know his strategies mostly because I watched his YouTube videos so much. So
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's what's kind of saved me there.
yeah, yep, yep.
I'm so embarrassed for that match. I had a plan to stop exactly what you were doing, and I just didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I was actually planning on getting up like a decoy mortar in the beginning just to make you think that I was going mortar, but that didn't work very well.
I was half expecting you to, and that's why it's specifically targeted across the top for that. If we're talking about our match, just to make sure that you didn't put a mortar there, because it looked like you wanted to.
Yeah,
But I saw the machine gunners like, oh, this is going in a different way.
but it's cool that it's a bit the third final with Joe.
Oh,
That's
That's still impressive.
Joe's saying that there was a huge bug. That's not salty at all.
Yeah, I thought at the beginning of the match that because there was a little bit of lag at the beginning, so I was starting to get afraid that I would just lag out. But
Maybe that's what
apparently it was just a little bit in the beginning.
Here, I'll just grab Joe in
Here's
here.
The stability has been
Hey,
very
Joe.
consistent throughout the match.
Hey,
Now Joe is here.
Joe is in here now. Congratulations on coming second again.
third time in a row.
I know. I was
I'm
rooting
still
for you. But Trek has a very solid play style, so you're gonna have to do some more practicing against him, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was good. Good game. I was enjoying your attempt there to get him from the underneath there on that last map.
Yeah, I just use that as a last resort.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen that last shot land.
Yeah.
It was so close. Just one box higher wouldn't have gone underneath the map and despawned.
Okay, guys. Well, look, I'm going to wrap this up. I'd like to thank Incursus for helping me co-host this thing, and I'd like to thank the moderators on the Discord for helping get everybody in place, and thank you to Trek and Joe and all the other competitors for competing. You guys did fantastic as usual. So, thanks to shout out to Fraz for helping with the cat herding. And
Yeah, that's a lot of hurting.
it was a bit
Every
hectic.
time.
Would like to see a bit more everybody who signs up for the tournament actually show up to the tournament. So I'll have to figure out a way of making it a bit more reliable with everybody. So stay tuned for that. There will be another tournament in a month, and we're thinking about having much larger teams, maybe 3v3 or 4v4, depending on how the technology goes. So stay tuned for that, and be on the lookout for announcements. So so there we go. Thanks, guys.
All right, guys.
Thank
Well,
you.
you heard it here. Tournament in 1 month. We'll get to see what kind of shenanigans you have going on. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Czech, for participating. Congratulations, Czech Jeff, on the first place victory, and congratulations, Joe, on another runner-up second place victory. Thank you all, and I'll see you guys next time.
See you next time.